Hey YouTube, welcome to another Twitch stream. You got Twitch chat over there. They can say hello if they would like to. We're gonna draft, and that's you know, that's what we do. That's what we do. This pack has a whole bunch of like really good pick threes. I don't like Apparition. I'm looking at Fury, Feed, honestly kind of Packwork Beast. So Fury is the pick if you're still on the MDFCs or everything plan. But Feed is Feed. And like if we can sneak ourselves into black-white clerics again, I'm gonna be pretty... This pack sucks because it's a lot of amazing pick threes and pick fours. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take the Feed. It cuts black-ish kind of a little bit, so I think I'm happy with that Feed. Biggest problem is YouTube is easier to watch with bad internet. That I understand. That I definitely understand. So we'll get that Feed. Maybe we get the Gloomhunter back around. There's certainly decks where we'd be okay getting that Mind Drain back around. We get another Feed. I don't want to load up on those until we're in black-white. There's a Subtle Strike, a Geyser Mage, a Bane Veil. I really like Geyser Mage, like a lot. Can we just take the Umbra Mystic? There's so many other cards that make me super happy to get into the Wizard spell than Mystic. Mystic I love in that deck. But I feel like we take the Mystic and we pass a Geyser Mage, we pass a Hellion, we pass a blue MDFC. Feels risky. Feels real risky. Not a fan of blue-red in this set. I love blue-red in this set. You have to have like Mystics or rock slide sorcerers, things like that. Yeah, I think I'm just taking Geyser Mage. If we knew we were in clerics, I'd happily pick up a second Feed, but we don't know that we're there yet. These are still wheeling for some reason, so we can still get them back. How come Mystic is 3 mana, but Thought Thief is 2? Yeah, I don't know. Thought Thief is just kind of nutty. Relic Amulet. I like Relic Amulet in blue-black a lot. You play a ton of black removal spells and blue bounce spells, and then this is just like every 2 or 3 spells you have an extra removal spell. I like me a Relic Amulet. Plus, there's not much else in this pack that I'm super upset about. You know, we're not going to get into Clerics for Celebrant. It's kind of like a sign to begin getting in there. Kragan War Leader, I had a couple of beers, and I picked it first pick, and I forced red-white, and I 3-0'd. But I don't want to do that, because it was some of the most boring Magic I've ever played in my life. So I'll just take the Relic Amulet. And then get cut. So what's missing here? Uncommon, rare, common. So like we can't necessarily, somebody's in blue, but who knows if the blue was like a rare that they're not going to be in there anymore. Nothing here is really pulling me into another color, like maybe an Emeria Captain. I honestly think that I kind of just want to cut. Well, no, we don't want to just cut black. We do want to take the best card here. So maybe we do just take the Emeria Captain. Is Windrobber not a good card? It's not great. I'll play it in blue-black rogues. But I look away from it for most other decks. Let's take the Captain. We don't know where we are yet. But like these are all cards that are not telling me that white's open. Let's see where we go. Let's see where we go. We don't know where we are yet. I think I'm on Andy-Cog. Electromancer, yeah. Just get into blue-red after passing the Mystic. I really like this card. Like, it's an Essence Scatter early in the game because your opponent's not going to have 2 mana available. And in the late game, you have cards in their graveyard, and it's an Essence Scatter. So I'm happy to pick that up. And it's, you know, tacking on 1 extra point of damage to our Amulet. So let's pick that up, see where we can go. We could take another Anti-Cog. The black's unexciting. Everything else is unexciting here. I think I just take the Anti-Cog. I think we're going to force like a real control-y blue something deck, whether it be blue-black or blue-white or blue-red or blue-green. Probably not, but we'll see. You would almost rare draft here? This card is awful. Oh, you would draft it for 20 gems, I guess? It draws a card, essentially. And it, like, assists your opponent's landfall. It makes your landfall opponents have a better game. It's really bad. Okay, that's a late Geopede. Like a real late Geopede. And I'm not excited about anything else here. We have a Feed the Swarm, but I'm not taking a Hunger. We have a white card, but I like this, but I also like this a lot better, so I'm just taking the Geopede. You won your first game? Nice. Nice. Well done. Well done. Let's pick up this Geopede. Evil Honk, thanks for that follow. Okay, so there's red cards. None of them are great. I've played all of them. There's a Hogger Constrictor. But I think we might want to take some red signals here. And what are we on? We're on like... We're on like Ambusher, I guess? I guess Ambusher. Kazul's Fury back around. And a Spellcraft. Okay. Can work with that. 1-2 is great. I haven't really liked that 1-2 that much. If I'm in party, maybe, but it doesn't block well at all, which is not something I'm a fan of. God, I think I actually want the Spellcraft over the Fury. Nah, we can get Spellcraft, so let's take the Fury. Hellion back around? Love it. Love it. In party, you think the 1-2 is great? It doesn't block. It's a really late War Leader. I don't think we're getting into that deck, though. I think we're just taking a Molten Blast here. Yup. That's what we're doing. We're not playing any of these. We'll take that. We'll take a Barrage, but we're not going to play it. And hey, we get to rare draft. Look at that. Look at that. Well. Well. If we go back in time, we should have taken that War Leader and then taken Commander and just gotten into red-white. So yeah, there is just an Air Elemental. There is an Into the Royal, which I like quite a bit as well. This Drawry might come back around. And the nice thing here is, I do think some people think, oh, well, you're not the kicker deck, but it's an Air Elemental, and that is great. So yeah, let's try to get into blue-red, I guess not Wizards. This is a 5-drop. Blue-red, not Wizards. There's also a Bubble Snare. I love both of these cards. I think we take the Snare. Yeah, Wizards do also trigger the Relic as well, so we should get some of those. That is an upside of Geyser Mage, right? And I guess Geyser Mage bounces, we get counters on the Amulet. But I also feel like it might wheel, whereas Snare is definitely not wheeling. This shouldn't wheel, but it does sometimes. I'm taking the Snare here. Second Amulet sold. Royal Eruption. Geopede. Jeez. Alright. Well, we're definitely taking second Amulet. 2 Amulet decks are insane. Absolutely insane. Passing the Royal Eruption really sucks, though. That Royal will wheel based on pack 1. We did get a lot of red. But yeah, let's take that Amulet. And we are now going to heavily value instants and sorceries and wizards. So there's not much here for this pack. We have a card that I want to play versus a card that I don't want to play. Easy pick. Easy life. Let's get rid of this Feed the Swarm. Our colors went away and green appeared out of nowhere. I don't want to play a Concerted Defense, and I doubt that we'll have to. I don't think we have to play a Teeter Peak Ambusher either. And we're not in... Yeah, we should have taken that Mystic. I should have listened to Sidian. Oh, I felt gross. You take Bellicad Recovery. I'm a little off getting super cute with these. I'm not quite as off as Semulin has been lately. Well, now I want to splash white. And I think I'm taking this anyways because we're not playing a Cleansing Wildfire. Have I still not learned to listen to Sidian? Not yet. Not yet. Yeah, I'm going to take the Spoils of Adventure. Because maybe that Cleansing Wildfire comes back around and then we can easily splash the Spoils. I have splashed Spoils and it has felt good. It's felt real good. Does this deck play a Spell Shield just because we have 2 Relic Amulets? It might. And we're not playing anything else here. We're not playing a Sneaking Guide. We're not playing a Spare Supplies. So we'll pick it up. We do need to find some creatures at some point. You're turning the viewers against me. Yup. I'm not playing any of these cards, so I think I rare draft. We're getting cut in this direction. Although I also feel like everything was cut except for white very early in this pack. Well, let's rare draft an exceptionally bad card. Also, I guess green's open. All right, this one's not going as well here. I did pass that Mystic, that's true. This one's not going as well. This is going to be a pack 3 deck. All right, we get a runner. I'll play a runner. Get in the deck. Pack 3, we're going to take every single wizard and instant and sorcery that we see. That's what we're going to do. All right, GOP'd back around. Do people not realize this card's nutso? Because it's pretty nutso. Like, you understand 5 power trample is pretty good, right? Take a paired tactic, sure. What do I most want here? I would love just give me 4 Cunning Geyser Mages and this deck suddenly looks fantastic. X3 seems like a great sweet spot to live in, even with Royals floating around. Yeah. All right, pack 3, what do we get? We get a really bad green rare. We get a literal dead pack in red, but we do get a Diviner. And we'll take the Diviner. Maybe the research comes back around, but unfortunately this pack is not really a pack for us after this pick. Womp womp. Wompiest of womp womps. It's a wizard. It's a Snapping Drake. It's a good card. I'd play it in literally every blue deck and be pretty happy with it. But we could have had a rare. We could have had an MDFC. We could have had an uncommon. We could have had a red card in this pack that wasn't literal garbage. But we did not. Okay. We get a Valakut Awakening, which I'm not super stoked on. It's fine. It's good. You'll play it every time. I honestly think the Bubble Snare might be better. There's also an Anticog that might come back around. Yeah, I think we want the Bubble Snare. It's kind of a pain that Bubble Snare doesn't trigger Amulet. You want again? Nice. I just feel like Valakut Awakening, you're so frequently basically just paying 3 and drawing a card. Because you're playing it, pretty late in the game. You're not like holding on to a bunch of things. Yeah, let's take Snare. Kai's a Royal Mage. It's a wizard. It probably doesn't do much for us other than be a wizard. We have 3 wizards. We'll take it. There's a chance Royal Mage is actually better. There's definitely a chance that Royal Mage is actually better. Yeah, it's not the rare that we wanted, but it's the rare that we deserved, I guess, after that first draft. Yeah, I think the Royal Mage is better, but I think the Royal Mage is better. I think the Royal Mage is just better. It buys back the spellcraft. It buys back our spells. I think it's just better. So at that point, we now have Snare, Shield, Royal Mage, Geyser Mage. We have 5 kicky thingies. We're not realistically splashing that. We have 5 kicky thingies. There's a chance that we play Risen Riptide. We are not playing a duelist. We're not playing a champion. We're not playing a concerted defense. So we don't really have much of a choice here. So I'm going to pick up this Risen Riptide. Should have been green, apparently. Should have been green. So we get a Shatter Skull. 4/1/1. We're not really cheating it into play, eh? We're paying mostly full cost that there. Yeah, there's also a Lotus Cobra just sitting in this pack for some reason. Apparently we should have been green. Like there's also the MDFC. There's a chance I want the Glacial Grasp, but that feels wrong. I'm going to take the Minotaur. Celundi Vision and a Wizard. And a Wizard. I think I want the Wizard. It's a Wizard. It probably does just as good as Celundi Vision will do. The only thing is that it's not an MDFC. I'm going to pick up the Wizard. So Pack Beast is a Wizard. Yeah, we saw almost no green pack 1. Pack Beast is a Wizard, and I think I like it more than the Cleric. The Cleric's awful. Yep, let's take Pack Beast. What are we at? 23, 22. We can grab like one more playable. Could pick up a Shell Shield, number 2. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's not the best thing in the world, but it's not the worst thing in the world. I don't think I want to play a Living Tempest. I've just not been terribly impressed by that card. Squid's been okay. Also not good, but it's a 2-drop. I think it's a better 2-drop than the Ambusher for our deck, because our deck's going to kind of like sit back, remove, counter, and then kill them with whatever we happen to have is the plan. And I think I'm going to grab another... I think we're going to try to be very controlly here with like a triple anti-cog deck. I don't hate that plan. When our anti-cogs power up our amulets, that seems good. That seems good. There's a chance we actually take the Tormenting Voice here as well. Hellion's really good, but I think I like the Torment. Let's take the Familiar, because we're not going to play it. Let's take the Glacial Grasp. I considered playing that. We'll take a look at the deck, but I don't think that's going to make it in. 40 gems. Nice. Let me track that in the old spreadsheet. Playing blue-red. I paid my 1,500 gems. We got 40 gems back. Did I get any rares? I got a Wayward Guide Beast. And that was it, right? Yeah, I got a Wayward Guide Beast. Let me track that. Oh, that was part of my gems. I must have had a second rare somewhere if I got 40 gems, right? Ah, the Confounding Conundrum, of course. Of course, of course, of course. Blue-red's kind of sus? Nah, blue-red's great. Blue-red's great. Okay, so we can cut 1 land for this Fury. This might be a 17 lander. We're not landfalling. We're not looking to go super expensive mana, so I think we can get by with 17. Yeah, memeing has to happen. I understand that. I understand that. This blue-red is kind of sus? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. We'll get there, though. You watch. You watch. We will anti-cog, put 2 counters on our amulets. Anti-cog, put 2 counters on our amulet. Shock, shock. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. And then run them over with Geopedes. Qu'est-ce que c'est le cut? Might just be the other Spell Shield, which makes this Risen Riptide look stupid, but I think it's the cut. All right, there we go. A Number Mystic would look really good here. A little bit, but then we wouldn't have the Geyser Mage. Am I going to play Among Us on Twitch or YouTube? It'll be on Twitch. Twitch tomorrow night, right here, 8 p.m. Eastern. Let's give this a go. Let's give this a go. I do not expect a 3-0 here. I believe we deserve an 0-2. What if I cut Riptide for the Chilling Grasp? That's an option. That's an option. I like this. Anti-Cog, we have 3 of them. Anti-Cog, basically whatever they play on 2 or 3. Jam down a Geopede or a Night Runner. Seems fine. This is my game plan. This is Tempo Town. Can't wait. Me either. Me either. I've been looking forward to playing it. It'll be my first time. Okay. Okay. What if I showed you a mountain? Like, there's a chance that we show them the Falconer. There's a chance that we show them the Runner, because we might just not get through with the Runner, which means it's much worse, right? Yeah, you know what? I love Geopede so much. I'm going to show them the Runner. What deck did we get? We got really bad-looking blue-red. But I think we can do some things with it. It's going to be very tempo-y. It's going to have a lot of counters, and we're going to mute this Owl, because it's loud and I don't like it. I'll take 1, no problem. Acquisitions Expert, nah. 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 Okay, so now's the question. I believe we are going to let them cast whatever they cast next so that we can get our Skyclave down. Yeah, it's very tempo-y. Curve starts at 3. There's a fair number of 2-drop things in the deck. Okay, okay, Spark Mage is pretty good. That's pretty good, I guess. Pretty good. Let's stop dying for a moment here. I will block. Sure, that's fine. A-okay right there. All right, let's go Relic Amulet, and let's start getting back into this game, shall we? So we anti-cog, hopefully hitting something, although they're getting to the point where the anti-cogs look less good. Actually, yeah, you know what? With 3 anti-cogs, I think we do really want the Grasp in. If you're around for Among Us, you're going to be aggro on timing out people who are watching the other streams. Sounds good. Sounds good. Taken 3, that's fine. Please use all of your mana. Yup, thank you. So we'll do that. Get a counter on the Relic Amulet. Land would be awesome. There we go. Geyser Mage down. And let's kill that Spark Mage. Boop. There we go. Look at that. This is what I call wait to see what they play. Wait to see what they play. This is what I call stable? I'll take one. I declare this stable. I declare this stable. Because that game's worse for sniping than Magic. Yeah, I can imagine. We are not attacking, though. So I'm wondering if that attack tells me they have a Subtle Strike in hand. What else could they have? They could have a Spike Field Trap in hand. Most people just go into emote only mode. Oh, that's a good idea. I like chatting, though. I like chatting. Gomafada Vanguard. Gotta read you. Gotta read you, because I always forget exactly. When it attacks, target creature an opponent controls with power less than or equal to the number of warriors. That's the thing I always forget. So number of warriors is 1, so that's fine. Boy, I don't mind returning an anti-cog. Sounds like a plan to me. Let's fly in for 4. Return an anti-cog, get a second counter on Relic Amulet, so we're going to be able to shoot whatchamacallit. We get a scry. This is all great. All great. Although, these cards don't actually do exactly what I want them to do, eh? Like, we're going to play the Fisher Wizard as a 2-1 that gets a counter. We're not going to discard anything because we have nothing in hand. I guess maybe the anti-cog actually gets discarded. They're down to 4. So maybe the voice is actually just better, because then we'll draw Fisher Wizard in something. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Tormenting Voice on top. Return an anti-cog. Pass the turn. Drafting a really sweet black-green counters. Nice. The red... What is the red combat? Oh, the +3/+2. Yeah, it could be that too. But I think if they had it, they would have attacked last turn, right? Deadly Alliance my Falconer? That's fair. That's fair. Almost everyone you've watched went into emote only? Interesting. Alright. I would appreciate if you show me this combat trick. I don't think they have a combat trick. I don't think they have an instant speed effect in hand. I think we're pretty good here. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to shoot that Vanguard. We are going to bash in for 3. And we're going to Tormenting Voice away this anti-cog. Drawing a Fisher Wizard and a land, so we can play Fisher Wizard, pitch the land, draw something, and look at that. We've got another shock ready to go. Got to get back to work. Have fun. Thanks for hanging out, Typical Sunday. And so now the question becomes, do we ever want to use that Relic Amulet on Acquisitions Expert, or do we just want to let it start building up? You're going to show me that combat trick, bud. No? All right. A-okay with that. A-okay with that. Not A-okay with that. Give me an X2. Give me an X2. X3. Explicitly not what I asked for. Geopede, sure. That'll trade. That'll trade. Yeah, we've got 2 amulets. Do we want to be trading? Yes. Because otherwise we are taking 6. And potentially just straight up lethal. And a battle ready. Sweet. I will try everything I can to remember that battle during sideboard. Do you guys keep a hand of 4 lands, Felidar, Bubble, Synchronized Spellcraft? I would. Yeah, absolutely I would. So they pump to trade. They're left with 3 mana. Everything's good. Everything's fine. Pack Beast, we'll kill that. We'll make that go away. Boop. Hellion. Hell yeah-yin. Bounce an island. Pop the island back down. All right. Good spot. Good spot. They've used up a lot of their removal. In fact, I'm going to ask, what was your removal again? 2 deadly alliances and a synchronized spellcraft? Okay. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. In for 4. Drop an island. Pass the turn. Drew a 3-drop. Nice. All right, I think we're good here. Anti-cog. Ooh, anti-cog is just a straight up essence scatter. We are very good. No, I had this spell I wanted to cast. All right, let's get the battle. Let's get the battle. So I do want to bring in that grasp over the Riptide, because that's going to fill up our graveyard a lot faster, or their graveyard. to make those anti-cogs straight up essence scatters. Oh, I guess I said I was going to run this fast, didn't I? Totally forgot about that. It's hard to do multiple games at once, you know? Orcish Artillery looks like they're going to walk away with the most kills. Mobile Jamfran with the most assists, unless something changes here with this spider. Nothing changed with the spider. Open that chest. 5 gold to y'all. Joe Bags and Nexus get a Paladin. Kamenag and Haplos get a Barbarian. And Cranman with 3 Warrior Scrolls. Let's go and fight some catapults here. Pop your units down every 5 minutes. I'm going to go here, and we'll come back to that battle a little bit later. So yeah, I want Grasp in. I want Riptide out. Nope, Grasp in, Riptide out. There's something to be said about concerted... No, concerted defense is awful. It's always awful. Shell Shield I'm curious about, because they have 1, 2, 3, 4... minimum of 4 very targeted event effects. Is there anything I dislike? To be honest, not really. Let's hop back in, I think. Remember the old days when I would rant about multitasking streamers? Yup, I did. But I did that during a game, not during sideboard. Sideboard's fine. Sideboard's fine. In-game, try to pay attention if you can. Do I not hate this? This doesn't... Does this result in us discarding a card? We go to 8, we go back to 7... We go to 8, we go to 7, we go to 6, we go to 8. This results in us discarding a card, doesn't it? But does that matter? I don't think that matters. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna mute that owl because I already heard it being a little dick. Goma Fada Vanguard, sure thing. All right, bro. Don't punish me on your 3-drop. Or wait, no, maybe we anti-cog here. So what happens? We play this and we discard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we're fine because we have to play and discard. Yeah, let's just Tormenting Voice. Let's assume we're not going to get punished on whatever their 3-drop is here. Hey, Relic Amulet, how's it going? How goes it? Don't punish me with your 3-drop. 3 power is a lot. All right, we can take 5 because then we're into like anti-cog territory and Molten Blast and yada yada, I think. Although we could also Grow Tag, and assuming they don't drop a warrior, the Goma Fada Vanguard can't attack. Let's establish the board. I don't know if we can play tempo-y here just yet. So being the not pretty person you are, you took the entire time sideboarding. Not petty person. Ah, yes. Yes, there we go. I get it. Not petty at all. We can take 5 person who should not be taking 5. Yeah, fair. Easy 5-0, now you're a pro. Welcome to the pro club, Evil Honk. That I'm a part of, I guess. Oh. Oh. Ow. Yeah, whatever. 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 Time to amulet it up. I mean, this actually doesn't suck, right? Like, as long as they don't just like double creature here or something, or drop like another flyer or something, it's not awful for us at the moment. We do have to aggressively trade off that Grow Tag with like the Blight Priest, I think. Does it do anything else? No, it just gives everything Death Touch, that's it. Okay. Doesn't do anything else. Like if we can untap Molten Blast something, Anti-Cog something else, get 2 counters on each amulet, we can blow up the counters to kill Zagras. We have nothing left in hand and no counters left, but we've killed Zagras? Typical draft bomb, menace on the board, pennies in the world. Yep, that's how draft goes. That's how Magic goes. Ooh, but what if our opponent times out and I get another win that I don't deserve? I feel like I'd be okay with that. This shouldn't be happening. Why am I so lucky? I mean skilled. Why am I so skilled? This is skill. This is skill that are giving me these wins where my opponent just times out. It's all skill. This is not okay. This is not okay. Oh my god. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. So assuming our opponent comes back, what are we doing? We're Molten Blasting Blight Priest and then seeing where we go from there. Opponent saw me covering over the concede button. Yeah, so they probably just left and were like, I was ghosting and I saw him click concede. Where do you sign up to be one of these paid actors? I pay pretty well. I do pay pretty well. I should record streams more often. Yeah, if it means that I'm always going to win like this, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. 1-0. 1-0. And I think we were actually going to attempt to stabilize there. It really depends on what was in their hand, but I will not question where my wins come from. Not at all. Not at all. That's my other guess. MTGA is probably the MVP here. Disconnecting people is my guess. All right, let's go back in. Let's go back in. Seems like a plan. How long have I been live for? 2 hours, 22 minutes? Feels longer. Feels longer. I will play first. That's not great. If I was on the play, I think I keep this. On the draw, I don't think I'm gonna do it. It's honestly slightly close. What are the odds? What are the odds? The odds are 33 cards in the deck. There are 16 lands left in the deck. I want to know the odds of me drawing a land in the top 2, because that is necessary. 74% that I'll have a second land on turn 3. And of course 48% to top the land. Oh, that's super close. That's super close because it's not even vital that we find a red land right away, right? And like we can play this bubble snare. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. 3 out of 4 games. This is pretty okay. Let's just hope this is not the 1 out of 4 game time. I had to summon my inner Semulin there. Hopefully the luck comes with it. We'll see if that does or not. Now you get to complain about my luck when I win, or call punt if you lose. Fair. All right, island. Island. Mountain. Y'all were worried for no reason whatsoever. Always correct. Always correct. Ah. What do we do? What do we do? I guess we go Geopede. Let's Geopede it up. Looks like your internet is dying. Is good luck on the rest. Internet's dying. Good luck on the rest of the drafts. Thanks for hanging out, Wingless Death. Congrats on the world record, marble record. After stream on the closest gas station, give me lotto scratch offs. Everything. Give me them. I'll take one. I look forward to dying in 18 turns. Geopede Smush. That's an aggressive jump. Sure. Very happy with that. So I mean, I did not math properly. Why did I think that was a 2-2? Why did I think that was a 2-2? It's very notably not a 2-2. I guess let's just play the Royal Mage. Do not know why I thought that was a 2-2. Huh. Weird. Weird. All right. So I'm not psyched about buying that anti-cog. We have 2 in the deck. It's not a hard essence scatter yet. It's getting to the point of the game where it does fall off in quality. This just gets us a counter. It gets us a creature on the board. It makes this Minotaur castable next turn, even if we don't find a land. So let's get it down. Because this Minotaur out of nowhere is terrifying. Scythe Cat? Yeah, that's going to get shot. Bye. Bye. Shell Shield? Whatevs. Whatevs. No block. Interesting. We may not want to smashy and hold up anti-cog. No, we want to smashy. That's what we want to do. Hey, opponent, take 7. I dare ya. Bubble Snare? Well, that's rude. In response, I will Bubble Snare your Territorial Scythe Cat. And then we'll see how you feel about that. Sure, take 4. Yeah, let's snare it up. That way we hold up anti-cog. And then the following turn we can Hellion. No, don't want to do that. Math is very hard. Canopy Baloth? Ugh. Fine. Look at you with the perfect mana available. I'll take 1. Can't stop me. Another Relic Amulet, you say. So that Baloth is going to be kind of annoying. Let's get the Hellion down. Pop this back. We're probably going to have to chump the Baloth with the Royal Mage for a turn, I think. It's going to be, what, a 6 something? We could double block. I don't know if I want to double block, though. Double block feels risky. Nectar Pot, sure. Land, sure. So this is what I love. Like, our opponent is blue-green landfall. Like, you can be anything you want to be in this draft format, and I love it. Do we just want to double block and get rid of it? I think we do, because otherwise it's like, it's so far for us to actually get the Relic Amulet up to kill it. So let's do the dub. If they have the combat trick, congrats. We got, but I don't think taking 6 or whatever the combat trick was, Shell Shield, sure. Double Shell Shield. All right. Good to keep in mind. Good to keep in mind. 4, 5, 6. All right, we're not dead. I really don't know about showing them that second Relic Amulet. Does showing them the second Relic Amulet get us back into the game? We anti-cog something, we get 2 counters, we play a 2-drop wizard, get 2 counters. We can spend that mana to kill the Baloth. I guess we do. There's a chance, there's a chance. It's a very outside chance, but there's a chance. But seeing 2 amulets is probably going to make them side in some pretty sizable enchant or artifact hate. Ow! Squid to block the Baloth, I suppose. What do you have in hand? I think we're gonna get trounced. I'm calling trounce. Ow. Down to 3. Okay, that did not work. But we did not get punished by the keep. We did not get punished by the keep. Okay, so double shell shield. That's important to keep in mind. A bubble snare. I should just fix my deck up and remember that we want Grasp In and Riptide out the vast majority of the time. I don't think we have much. I think we just have to hope that we don't fall into that position or that our opponent disconnects. Right? Let's see how it goes. Let's see. Let's see. So we've got this game, and then we've got the next match. We can depending on how this match goes in the next match, we can probably fit in one more draft. That should finish up around 6:45 or 7, I think. We'll see. We'll see. Play first. That's a keep. It's a slow hand, but it's a keep, and we get to really mess up their like 2-drop plan past the turn. How'd the first draft go? We 3-0'd. I guess we're going to Tormenting Voice away one of these mountains. Hi, anti-cogs. How's it going? Look at them all. Look at them all. We are all in on anti-cogs here. Nope, you don't get a second one. I didn't 3-0, my opponent's 0-3'd. Fair. That is fairish. A Geopede, eh? Let's drop a Geopede. Pass that turn. Give me another anti-cog target, I dare you. I dares ya. I can't do that one. Can't do that one at all. I will trade here. Ow. Relic, Amulet, down you go. Pass the turn. Wow, that's rude. I told you they'd put it in. I told you. I told you. Yeah, I've had 2 timeout wins. Apparently, I've paid some people to do that, but don't tell anybody that. All right. Smashy smashy? Yeah, just surprise take 5. I mean, they're going to bubble snare it, but a surprise take 5 once was good. Jiraga, sure. Ouch. Boy, I wish we could hold up that anti-cog, but let's drop the Falconer. Pass that turn. All right, opponent. Give me one turn. Give me one turn. That's definitely not one turn. Not cool with that. Not cool with Rooster Drakes. Not cool with that at all. We are not winning this one. I declare we have our first match loss of the game. Or of the day. Oh, and a Scoot Swarm. So you've just got it all, as it were. Try to kill them before we die? Like, if they find a land, we're dead. You got 2 of those in your sealed pool. Haven't got around to playing it yet. Not sure if you have enough kicker to even force it. I mean, I still would play them. They're still a 4-mana 2/2 flyer, right? If you have any other kicker, it's totally fine. I will take 3. Interesting. Interesting. For ya? We're just doing, like, careful, gentle pokes of each other here. That's pretty gross. So that's what, 2, 4, 5, 4, 8. We're dead. Yeah, we're dead. We did. Yep. Well done, opponent. Well done, opponent. They had a good deck. I conceded. You don't have to do all of that. That deck was good. We got our first loss of the day, which was to be expected with this deck. This deck should not be 1-1. Let's see if we can make this deck that should not be 1-1, 2-1, shall we? Let's see how it goes. No, cancel. I want Riptide out, and I want Grasp in. Arena, come back to me, please. Please? Thank you. Riptide out, Grasp in. There we go. Yeah, the opponent cheated. They stayed there for the entire game. Like, come on. You're supposed to disconnect and give me the win. That person is not getting their paycheck from me today. I gave him pretty clear instructions. Oh, God. See, this is what a mulligan looks like. And I'm sure even Sidian would keep this, but I'm going to mull that. It's fine. And we'll get rid of the Night Runner. Yes. We've gone through today without seeing red-white. Oh, it's not red-white. Cool. Okay. Ow. Ow. Could you not? I feel like we're probably in aggressive trade mode. Opponent, slow down, please. I beg of you. Where's Teferi when you need him? Because I need him to slow things down. Slow it down. You think this might be white-red? If this is white-red splash green for a Brushfire Elemental, I feel like I need to have some words with the opponent. All right, how are we stopping a Lagak? With a Bubble Snare, right? So we're looking to Fisher Wizard away one of these Geopedes. Yeah, I think we're looking to Wizard away a Geopede. Okay, there's an Amulet. There's a start. Bubble Snare. It doesn't stop the landfall triggers, but 1 a turn is nothing. I'm not scared of 1 a turn. I'm scared of 3 a turn. Or I guess 4 a turn with the landfall trigger. I think I'll actually double block it here. Tuk Tuk Rubble Fort? Don't care. Don't care. Yep. Double block Legak. Okay. Now we have what is referred to as breathing room. So we'll drop the Geopede. The Geopede's probably going to somewhat aggressively trade with the Hellhound. What is that? Cleric? The Cleric. Jesus, okay. 5-3 to do to unluckiness. That's still good. That's still good. Alright. Let's get down our 4-4. They're out of cards. Now we get to stabilize and come back into this. Blade. Oh, that's a blast target. Blast target and a half. Hey, Blade. Chew on this. And we will not attack. That would be greedy. If they play a land, we'll Amulet that Hellhound, though. Alright. Stability is becoming to be a thing. Sort of. Please keep posting this on YouTube. Enjoy the content. That's the plan. Alright, I want to kill this as soon as humanly possible. So Arena, do not go to combat here. Boop. Thank you for the very juicy Relic Amulet target. It was delicious. And I've got some good news for you, Neural. This is the second draft that we're recording today. And they'll go up on YouTube at some point. So this is not a hard counter just yet, which is unfortunate. But maybe they drop a 5-drop, right? Just drop a 5-drop. Come on. Just drop a 5-drop. That's not a 5-drop. Or a creature, so I can't do anything about it. I think we have to trade our Falconer for it, though. TBH. Alright, got to find some creatures. Or, I guess, a mountain. Well, there we go. That's what I asked for. Alright, we got a blocker. We got a big old juicy blocker here. Geopede's scary. Very scary, in fact. We have to trade the Minotaur for the Geopede. That's gross. And then we take 3 off the Hellhound and the Celebrant. Actually, we take 4 because we take 1 trample off the Geopede too. They played it. Okay, they also had a land. Well then. There you go. Opponent, good at math. Are we doing the thing? Sort of. This deck's really bad. We're 1-1 right now. We went 3-0 in our first one. Definitely due to my skill and not to luck. Alright, we go back in. And we just hope they don't have... Like, this is definitely a nut curve deck, right? Like, they either nut curve out or we stabilize. So let's try to stabilize. Does anything help us stabilize? Not terribly. I don't really want that Shell Shield, do I? Rabid Bite. That's about it. Yep, we just have to hope they don't go nutty with their hand. Yeah, I'm thinking the do. Hey, we got a battle coming up after this this game too. All right, let's play first. There we go. This works. This works. This works. We never really got to make use of the double relic amulet, unfortunately. We got to make use of the single amulet, confirming to me that amulet is in fact great. Pack one, pick one, Felidar. Nice. Drop the mountain. Battle ready. Battle ready. You gonna hellhound me? No hellhound. All right. All right. I can work with this. I can work with this. I'm really not a big fan of this runner. It just like never hits. Ever. All right. Smashy, smashy. And I guess we're actually potentially going to have a chance to hit with this runner, eh? Spike field? Sure, that's fine. I was not attached to that pack beast whatsoever. But I guess we're going to have to pay 3 mana for the Molten Blast, so we're probably not going to get to play whatever it exiles. Brushfire Elemental? Sure. Land? Sure. Oh. You're just letting me do it. Cool. A bubble snare. Well, let's not lose it. Let's use it. Pass the turn, Molten Blast if they drop an X2 of some variety. So we still don't know what the splash is for and why they're doing it, right? Or no, they are literally splashing for this Brushfire, aren't they? Because they played the Cleric and they played the Celebrant. But no, they also had Rabid Bites. I think they might just be 3 colors. I think they might just straight up be 3 colors. You're going to put a counter on it, gain 2 life, play an additional land, and draw a card? Sure. Sure. They must be really stuck with a not great hand. What do we get? We get a Skyclave Geopede. Cool. I will play a land and pop it down. With 2 lands in hand to trigger it. And in fact, the good old play a land, hit for 5, fling 5 at him. Zendikar? Sure. Boy, is that ever going to die, eh? Yeah, Zendikar, go away. Go away. Smash on in for 7. Drop him to 10. Land, cool, sure, whatevs. This anti-cog's going to be really good. I think our opponent's mana screw has helped us out significantly here. Sure. So that must have been why they played the whatchamacallit, the Scale the Heights. And these anti-cognition should just close the door here. Yeah, I'm just going to hold up the anti-cogs. I feel like anti-cogs guarantee the win a little bit more. Theoretically, I assume anything we did there guaranteed the win, but I like the controlly win instead. Bye. We did it. All right. One more win. One more win and we get there. Let's get this battle going. We got 75 in. Let's see how we do. I don't think we're going to do a sideboard there. I think we did what we needed to do. We needed our opponent to not draw in the correct way, and they did not draw in the correct way. A little bit of a smaller force this time, so it's taken a bit of time for us to get over there. This rogue is running in, going after that catapult, and died. Got some busters coming in here. The busters blew up to no effect. I don't think we're doing great in this battle. Hopefully the epics carry us here. Orcish artillery with most kills so far. As long as Orcish is here, we're probably good. Orcish got some powerful units. All right, bottom flank's going down. Middle flank's going down. There we go. There we go. Detska Gunsey with the most kills. Oik Nillis with the most assists, unless something changes right here. What are these? Level 20. Ah, I see. That's why they're taking a while to go down. All right. We're going to give 5 gold to y'all, 15 gold to Atomic Squirrel, and a Barbarian to ZW13RZ. Let's go do the mystery. Let's do the mystery. Let's see how it goes. I'm going to go kill some more pumpkins, it seems. Is anything good? I have a Templar. This Templar is going to take down this house. Join the battle, follow the link, put down a unit every 5 minutes. Have some fun. Have some fun. You're amused that you're still not even close to showing up to the leaderboard for Stream Raiders. It takes some time to get your units leveled up, but once you get up there, it's not too hard. This seems fine. Squidder, Pack Beast on 3, Bubble Snare to save us from the early aggro. Find a mountain, and we've got the voice. Find it. Yeah, we're good. We're good. This keep. We'll ask our opponent nicely to not go crazy on us. I'm never gonna Bubble Snare a Hellhound. This card is so bad if they stop drawing lands. Like, it is no es bueno. Now what I might do is Bubble Snare a Brushfire, because 3 is scarier than 2, and it's also a 1/1. Although Squid trades with it quite well. Let's get the Squid down. But I mean, if they have one more turn of curving out, we're going to be in trouble. But if they miss a land here, if they miss a creature drop, things change a little bit. Well, there's the land drop. There's the scale. Another land. Cool. Our opponent rolled the dice and they won. Well done with your dice roll. Fun magic was had. Let's Bubble Snare this. Pass the turn. ACOG their creature. Ugh. I like games of Magic where you know, have a chance to play. All right, again, if they just miss a little bit here. Just a little bit, that's all we need. Uh-huh. I will trade Squid for Hellhound for sure. Nope, you're not gonna get that. All right, we have like a slight breathing opportunity here. Slight breathing opportunity. We get Relic Amulet down. We get a counter on it off the patchwork, stonework Pack Beast. Low on cards. Time to butt clench. Could not nope fast enough. Yeah, we noped that hard. It's interesting that they take a big long pause at the start of every single main phase. Blightblade, sure. Not the worst thing in the world. Especially because we could just shoot it. Pass the turn? Yeah. Pass the turn, we can just shoot that Blightblade if it in any way begins to look a little bit frightening. Yeah, cheeks, don't fail me now. Clench them. Clench them. Expensive Tormenting Voice. Oh yeah, I always forget the Pack Beast has Prismite on it. I don't really want to throw away the Geyser Mage or the Bubble Snare. If we can get like a slightly more breathing room here, like if we can just get a land out of them and like maybe a nothing, that would be nice. All right, so we are just going to shoot this Blight Blade because we'll get more counters on this amulet. Ooh, Diviner. Don't mind if I do. Splash in for 2, drop a Diviner, get a counter. Stability starting to be felt a little bit more. Geopede, yeah, we can kill that. We can pew-pew the heck out of that. Pew-pew the heck out of it. 5 of them. Geyser Mage just to get a counter down? I think Geyser Mage just to get a counter down and also have 3 more power, because then we have Bubble Snare. I think we have reached stability. I feel stable. They're double queuing with multiple accounts? Could be. Could be. I guess that's a thing you can do. It used to be a big thing way back in the day. Balaged recovery? Sure. I don't think you're going to live long enough for that to be a thing. All right, so we go 3, 6, 7, 8. We take him to 7. So, blah. And then, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Assuming they're just playing Hellion next turn, we have them dead with this Bubble Snare. So I'm thinking we Tormenting Voice away the Royal Mage, draw some cards, get another counter on the Amulet, play a land, and now we have multiple. That doesn't kill it, but it does more damage. Yeah, okay. Okay, we should be good here. We should be good here. Hey, Hamster, how's it going? Yeah, I expect this, like they purposely got back this Hellion. I expect the turn is just going to be Hellion, bounce a land, deal 2, play a land. And that's fine. Because 2 is not 7. And that is your math lesson for the day. And I don't think a single white mana does anything to us, right? Single white mana? Like Resolute Strike, I think, is the only spell. So we just go like that and smash. We 2-1. We 2-1. That puts us at 5-1 on the day. 2-1. Well, hopefully you enjoyed checking that out, YouTube. I'm racking up those timeout wins, I guess. This was a fun deck, though. Like I said, I've been enjoying this format because we were blue-red and we weren't wizards. You don't have to be, one specific deck, and I think that turns this into a really, really, really fun format. So like, share, subscribe if you enjoyed these videos, and I will see you all next time.